Hey everybody, today we're actually going to be harvesting this big old amaranth right behind me. Now as you can see probably from the last video I did, this thing's gotten much bigger, and I'm going to kind of try to measure it a little bit today, but the seeds are all starting to fall out of the flower heads, and they're getting real heavy. I'm actually picking this one up right here. It's falling down on the ground. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, there's going to be a ton of seeds on this plant. This plant, I'm guessing, is around 10 feet tall. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but that's kind of my estimate on it. But I hope you guys can see this, how big these flowers are. Just the branches, you know, just the branches on this thing are twice the size of my head. So, so I'm going to start with the branches first, and then I'm going to cut the whole thing down and get that top branch, because every time I touch these flowers, the seeds are falling out, and there are some huge black seeds in here. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that, but yeah, the base of that thing is probably like as big around as my arm, so I brought some really good loppers to cut those things off. So I've got a big tub. Bring the camera over here. I've got a big Tupperware container that I'm going to be using to put these in. I don't even think that's going to be big enough. I mean, if you just look at this one flower head right here, there's probably about maybe 10 of these plus the main one, and here's my hand. So I might need to get some more, but there's the loppers, and I'm just going to mainly get this big part right here. There's all these little ones growing in here, but who knows, maybe it'll still keep growing. It's getting down into the 40s right now, so. Wow, look how fat that branch is. Alright, there's one of them. Yeah, all the seeds are already falling off. Now there's different ways of doing it. You can use a big brown paper bag and just shake these seeds into it, but I tried to get a couple paper bags, and I don't think the paper bags are going to be big enough. This thing's huge. So, okay, let's get some more. Alright, so I got all the branches cut off of there, and I just left the big flower head up top. But before I cut that top one, I want to measure it. Now I've got these metal poles right here, and these are 5 feet tall. So 10 feet would be 2 of them stacked on top of each other. And it's leaning a little bit this way, so I'm going to come over here and maybe try to like stand it up a little bit. Okay, so we've got one pole here, and let's put the other one on top of there. Just set it there on top of it and hold it. Oh, okay. I've got them together, and I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but there's the pole. And the tip of that flower right there is just barely touching that pole. Phew! Phew! Oh, bless me. But yeah, so it's 10 feet tall. That little flower spike went right to it. That's pretty tall. Most of the really big amaranth only gets like 6 to 8 feet. So the fact that this one here is 10 feet tall, I mean, yeah, it kind of helps that it's growing in this weed fabric stuff right here, and really hasn't had much competition. But it's never been watered or fertilized or nothing. And the best part about it is we didn't plant this thing here. This thing grew wild, and it actually grew straight through the plastic. And I didn't realize it until maybe, you know, the plant got about this big, that this thing was growing in the plastic, so I cut a hole around it so it wouldn't get choked out. And this thing just kept growing and growing and growing. So let's cut this base down. Get this plant out here in the open. I'm holding it right up here at the same time. Oh wow, that thing is tough, man. Okay. All right. There it is. And that's a pretty big annual plant right there. So let's get this thing here out in the open. Oh man, it's heavy. Holy smokes. Is that thing heavy? Oh, we're snagged. Okay. Damn tomatoes. Okay. So now we're out in the open with this. Sorry about that. And man, this thing's huge. Holy crap. I'll lean it up against this fence right here. Wow. Look at the size of that flower head, man. I'm kind of in the sun. That's a big flower head right there. Wow. 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 That's a big amaranth flower, man. Look at that. Holy crap. Wow. There's my hand. Look at this thing. I like when I take my picture with it. You guys see that? Wow. So yeah, the branches filled up the bucket, and this thing here, yeah, there's no way that's gonna fit on top. Yeah, that ain't gonna fit. So, wow, that is a huge amaranth. I'm hoping for at least a pound of seeds off of that, and that shouldn't be too much to ask. So yeah, I guess the next part of the video is going to be separating all these seeds from these flowers, and that's going to take me probably a week or two to do all of that. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll probably be doing another spring seed giveaway, and I'll include some of these guys in there. But yeah, that's huge. I'm in awe of it. And it's such the nicest purple color. And I almost want to say that this might be a Hopi red dye, because when you rub the flowers, it stains your hands red. And I know the Hopi Indians had a really bright red amaranth that you could do that. They used it to dye stuff with, Hopi red dye amaranth. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for updates on how many seeds I got out of here. Take care.